Making stew can be tricky. Today it is delicious, the next day you're wondering what happened. In this video, I'll show you how to get the perfect chicken stew all the time, especially now that you need it for Christmas. In a pot, go in with some bell peppers, make sure you remove the seed, add some long hot pepper, some paprika or shombo, go in with your tomatoes, your habanero peppers, some onion, and a bit of garlic and ginger. Go in with some water, cover and let this cook for at least 40 minutes. Today's special hug is for Bibi Kadiri watching from Nigeria. I'm wishing you and your family a very Merry Christmas. Please let me know where you're watching from in the comment section. So in here, I've gone in with some chicken already cleaned. This is hard chicken. Next thing is some curry powder, some thyme. I have some rosemary. You can use bay leaf as well in place of that. Basically, use all your favorite spices. Okay. So next thing is going to be our chicken seasoning. Crush that in and then add your blended garlic, ginger and onion that I showed earlier. I'm going to add some fresh basil. Curry leaf is a good replacement for that, and then add some oregano. Stir everything well to combine. Cover and let this steam cook for 20 minutes without adding water. Quick check on our tomatoes and pepper base. It is looking good, but it is not ready. I'm going to cover and continue to cook until it is visibly reduced. After 20 minutes, let's check on the chicken. Now you're going to stir this, add water and continue to cook until it is done. This is hard chicken and it takes at least 40 to 45 minutes to be cooked. So after 45 minutes, I'm going to, remove the chicken from the stock, sieve the stock and save it. You will need the stock later. "35 minutes later, I'm going to scoop this out, let it cool down a bit before I blend. Now, there are a couple of reasons why I like to cook the tomatoes first before I blend. Number one, it is going to eliminate the addition of excess water while blending. Two, the consistency and color that you get from this method is way different. If you notice, it is actually way more vibrant in color. Discard this water and let the mix cool down a bit before you blend. With this method, your mix is going to come out very smooth. So depending on how smooth you like your stew, blend it. If you still like to see some tomato chunks in there, then you want to blend it roughly. Heat up some oil and then fry the chicken. You can also bake this in the oven, but I wanted to use that same oil I used in frying the chicken to make this stew. You want to build on your flavor, like I always say. So fry your chicken depending on how dry you like it. I didn't want this to be too dry because the chicken itself did not have a lot of flesh. Clean the oil to remove all of these particles and reduce the oil as well if it is too much before you go in with your pepper mix. Now, when adding the pepper mix, make sure your oil is very hot, okay? It does something to it. So add it and then give it a good mix. I'm going to cover this and let this boil up. 15 minutes later, I'm going to stir on the stew. It is looking good. So when making stew, before you add your seasoning or any seasoning at all, make sure it is at least more than halfway fried, okay? So remember, we already cooked these tomatoes down. It doesn't take time to cook from this point or to fry from this point. I went in with a bit of smoked paprika. It is optional, but it adds to the depth of flavor as well. Next, I went in with some chicken feet, which I did not fry, some onga seasoning, and give this another mix. Now, I'm going to cover this halfway through again and continue to fry. If you can fry this completely open, better, but I'm cooking indoors. So you want to continue to stir this every now and then so it doesn't burn. And your stew requires patience. In fact, patience is one of the ingredients for your stews. So fry always on medium heat, okay? And stir frequently. Once oil starts to float to the top, you know your stew is ready. You also want to taste it, okay? Now go in with the meat stock that you saved earlier. Add your chicken and stir everything to combine. Once you add the meat stock, you want to taste and adjust with seasoning if necessary. Mine was perfect. I did not need to adjust. So add the chicken, stir, cover halfway through again and let it simmer. After a total of 7 minutes, you're going to open up this pot. The aroma at this point should fill your kitchen. Very nose blinding. And your Christmas stew is set. I hope this helps. Thank you for watching. Bye.